teams will make history again. Hockey is back.
Dames op Norway, esiet sveicinātīs. Starptautiskās hokeja federācijas 2021. gadā pasaules hokeja čempionāta spēlēs starp Somijas un Norvēģijas komandām.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 2021 IIHF Ice Hockey World Championship game between Team Finland and Team Norway. Officials for this game have been licensed and assigned by the International Ice Hockey Federation.
Galvenie tiesneši.
The referees of the game are Andrew Brogan and Martin Frano.
Līnija tiesneši.
The linesmen are Dustin McGuire and Brian Oliver.
Norvēģijas komandas sākuma sastāvs.
The starting six lineup for Team Norway.
Vārtsargs.
Goaltender.
31.
Defenders. Number 6, Jonas Godas.
70.
Number 76, Emil William.
Uzbrucēji.
Forwards.
Numur 20.
Number 20, Emil
Jukka Jalonen, the defending gold medalist of the World Championship, are 1-1. Norway also 1-1 after a loss to Germany in the opener and a 4-1 win over Italy. Back in the lineup for Norway is Emil Lilleberg, who served a one-game suspension for a hit to the head in the third period of that game against Italy, or rather against Germany.
And it's been slow trudging right for Finland to start this tournament offensively. We know they play close games, we know they're defensive, but look for Finland try to stretch out their legs a little bit offensively against Norway in this one.
A 2-1 win against the United States to open it for Finland, followed by a 2-1 shootout loss to Kazakhstan in their second game. Jussi Olkinuora has a .967 save percentage in one appearance, allowed one goal on 30 shots against the United States, and we'll see Jonas Arntsen's first appearance for Norway in this World Championship. He was the third goaltender in 2019, didn't play. He's played in 2 World Junior Division 1A tournaments for Norway in 2016 and 2017, plays in the Swedish Hockey League. So it is day 5, and things are getting tight in Group B. And away we go. Finland, the home team, has the last change. Finns have 6 back from their 2019 gold medal team, which authored one of the most remarkable runs in the history of this tournament, led by this man, Marco Anttila. He scored 4 goals in the tournament, all in the medal round. All were crucial. Lilleberg works in, tied up there by Tony Sund. And there's Lindstrom with it. Tobias Lindstrom flips that wide to the finished goal, picked up by Sund. And Lennon gets the puck along the boards and slides it back to Mika Koivisto, playing in his 3rd World Championship, also an Olympian in 2018 for the Finns, who thought they'd do better in Pyeongchang. Didn't go their way. There's a pass misfiring. Icing waved off as Ruotsalainen got there first. He's not related to Reijo Ruotsalainen, the longtime NHL defenseman. As Olden moves in, throws it back in front. Tretinez coming up a hat trick against Italy, couldn't reach that puck.
I like Olden. Big guy, can skate, gets around the puck. You see him almost outright Ruotsalainen, which is pretty good.
Olli Määttä of the LA Kings slides that back, and it's scooped up by Stefan Esplin. It's giveaway and a chance in front. Mathis Olom shoots, scores! Finland coughs it up. Mathis Olom takes advantage, and that's a history-making point for the Norwegian star.
Right from the get-go, Finland was a little bit shaky to start this game, missing on their passes, poor decisions. Then Olkinuora compounds there, tries to wait it out, puts it right onto the tape. Norwegian, then Olom grabs it, slips it underneath Olkinuora, who never quite gets settled again. And a nightmarish start for Finland.
And Mathis Olom has now tied the Norwegian national team record for the most points at the World Championship with his 66th. He ties Patrick Thoresen, whose dad Petter is the head coach of this Norwegian team.
The question is how much more ice time is Olom going to get from
A little late now.
Patrick's dad.
Pakarinen with a shot, and the save is made by Arntzen. So Norway gets the early lead on a team that has never beaten in this tournament. But we've seen this happen before in the first 5 days.
Denmark over Sweden.
Yeah, Kazakhstan over Latvia.
Latvia over Canada.
Yeah.
All have never happened previous to this tournament. And Olkinuora, who was really good in his first game, just asleep at the wheel, puts it right onto the tape. Quick pass and easy finish.
Belarus beat Sweden for the first time at the World Championship. There's a famous win by Belarus over Sweden at the Olympics in '02. A quick shot, and that's stomp of the stick of Jiri Inala. Tommy Christensen, veteran of this Norwegian national team, plays it in, gets spun around there. Koski gets roughed up by Christensen, who plays the game with an edge.
Yeah, Finns would appreciate his style of play. They are generally feisty as well.
Inala. Long shot, that's gloved by Arntzen.
You wonder if the Finnish bench doesn't snap to attention after this start. Right from the first shift, mishandling pucks and passing it to no one, bringing it back in their own end, and find themselves down 1-0. Now you wouldn't know by looking at the coach.
He does not display a lot of emotion, does Yuki Allen?
He's not going to give you much.
He'll smile a little bit when his team wins a gold medal, which has happened 3 times on his watch. 2011, 2019 Worlds, 2016 World Junior, but maybe his greatest accomplishment was a bronze medal at the 2010 Vancouver Olympics. Messiainen trying to slide that ahead for Ruhoma. And now gathered back up by Mikkel Ruhoma. Messiainen brings that back across to Seppala. That Finnish team that won the World Championship in 2019 had just 2 NHL players on its roster. Neither of them scored a goal that year in the league. They went through Sweden in the quarters, Russia in the semis, and Canada in the gold medal game. Canada had more than 500 NHL goals on its roster in that tournament. Venäläinen drops it back. Jordan, a shot, tipped wide by Antila.
What they did have was a future goalie in Kevin Lankinen.
Yeah.
Who was magnificent throughout. Now in Chicago.
Lindstrom threads it ahead for Tretinez. And Matthias Tretinez, who plays in the Swiss League, got spun around. For the second consecutive year, the Norwegian League suspended operations in December. So no playoffs for a second straight year in that league.
They had a training camp in Denmark prior to this tournament. Snuck in a few games there, just trying to get everyone up to speed.
So normally the advantage for some of the smaller European countries is that their national team plays together for much of the year.
Yeah, there are international tournaments throughout the year. Even during the domestic season, they pause for 10 days, play for a few games, so they have experience together. All of that was not available this year to the same degree.
Up ahead for Volkve Olsen. Thomas Volkve Olsen chipped that wide. Norway in the top division at the World Championship for the 15th straight year. Their best finish 6th in 2011. They've been 10th or worse each of the last 7 years. They're good at winning the game they're supposed to win, though, to stay out of relegation.
There's always going to be the teams that come up and down this year. You know, Great Britain, Italy, teams like that, Kazakhstan. They get that game to stay in the top group.
Had some good NHL players over the years. Espen Knutsen was a...
Espen Knutsen, that's right. He was a rookie the same year I was. So I was trying to eyeball my rookie competition.
Matt Zuccarello. And for the Minnesota Wild in the NHL. The question's going to be for Norway Olympic qualifying. They've managed to qualify for the last 3 Olympics in various ways. They won the qualifying tournament in 2018 and in 2016 rather in Oslo. It's going to be back there this year. They'll be in with South Korea, Denmark, and Slovenia.
Depends who shows up.
Right.
If Denmark gets all their guys, they can have a pretty good roster. If Kopitar plays for Slovenia, that can be a difference maker.
Game changer, right? And Norway will certainly ask for Zuccarello, who was the hero of the 2016 qualification. The country's prime minister was on hand for it.
Now, what the players in the NHL want to know is, are we going to the Olympics? Because you might be a little more invested in getting yourself qualified if you get to participate.
Michael Seppala back for it. 6 gone here in the opening period. Norway has scored on its only shot so far. Sun gains center ice and plays that down. Emilio Pettersson picks it up. And Ken Andreola, brother of Mathis, longtime national team teammates.
But they don't often play together 5-on-5. On the
Rarely.
power play, yes, but not 5-on-5.
Bjornanen slips that down. Antala goes after it. Fires it back around, and that's knocked away from Manalainen. And there's Jonas Holos with it. Drops it back. Holos, longtime captain of this Norwegian national team. He, along with Mathis Olom, Martin Roymark, have all played in the last 3 Olympic hockey tournaments, which is tricky to do since the first 2 involved NHL players. But 3 of these Norwegian players have played in 10 or more world championships. Lundell works it and shoots. That deflects high. Holos, in fact, in a couple of days will become the 20th player to play in 100 games at the World Championship.
And he only gets 7 per.
Right. Ruotsalainen. For the most part, that's the case for Norway. They don't make the medal round very often. Spinning back in the corner is Nico Oyamaki. Oyamaki drawing into the lineup for the first time for the Finns in this tournament. Now picked up by Mathis Olom. Spent this year with Wolfsburg in the German league, and they upset Mannheim in the second round of the playoffs to advance to the league final against Berlin. All the playoffs in Germany this year were best of 3 because of the condensed schedule. Inala banks that back to Seppala. Seppala got taken down there by Estlund, or Lesson rather, and sent back down to the Finnish zone, and Ultimo was able to milk that into an icing call against Norway.
That's well done. We're big fans of the slow, fast skate. Fast, slow skate from Ultimo to make sure the icing gets over the line. What I'm curious to see for Finland is, will we see some offensive creativity in the offensive zone? They're going to have the puck down there. But will they, explore the top part of the offensive zone, activate defensemen, things that maybe they don't traditionally do to try to break down the defensive zone coverage of Norway?
Off the draw, that shot taken by Puustinen was blocked. Well, the formula for Finland doesn't change very much.
No.
Ruhama to Puustinen. Long shot, floats wide. Ruhama. Back for Seppala. That shot goes off the leg of Christensen. Finns with good pressure here, but
It's all on the boards, all on the outside, and nothing underneath the coverage. Sometimes takes a little bit more motion.
And Andre Olem winds his way in. The 32-year-old played in Dusseldorf this year in the DEL in Germany. Krogdahl, a shot that goes off the leg of Puttinen.
So not only are they not playing the same line, they don't go play on the same domestic team in Germany.
Yeah, they did for a while.
It has happened in the past, but
they've kind of intersected at various times.
clearly not it's not the Sedins package deal.
Are you spreading rumors that there's discord in the Olem family?
No, that's how they make sure there's not, by never playing together. They can't get mad at each other.
Manalainen drops it off to Mika Koivisto. Bjornanen slides that in, and back to pick it up is Emil Lilleberg.
You can skate.
Sondre Olden banks that down towards the goal mouth, and Okanora plays that away. Olden had it bounce away. Sund, the defenseman, jumps up and brings that around. Ruotsalainen jumps off the bench. He was signed by Buffalo as an undrafted free agent and turned into found money for them. One of the bright lights in a dismal season for the Sabres. He falls. Now Mathis Olem picks it up. And here's Olem across the top. Long wrist shot knocked down in front, and it's picked up by Mata. Anton Lundell. Next shot ramps off the stick of Lessund. Up and out of play. 1-0 Norway leads here in the first period of the 2021 World Hockey Championship. Back here in Riga, Latvia, across the street tonight, Switzerland's taking on Sweden. Switzerland's off to a good start, and Sweden needs a win.
You wouldn't think these important games would come 3-4 days into the tournament for Canada, Sweden. They are, though.
Oliver Kaski was blocked by Christensen. The Norwegian bench is up and cheering that. We've made this point before that Norway may have its struggles in hockey, but pound for pound, maybe the greatest winter Olympic sport nation in the world.
Put a pair of cross-country skis on any of them, and they're world class. Speed skating, alpine events.
Akarinen plays that down. The centering pass is swept away by Martin Roymack. And to be a hockey player in Norway, you have to truly love the sport. The Norwegian domestic league is not necessarily lucrative. In fact, most of the players have other full-time jobs. The coach here, Petter Thoresen, retired as a player after playing in 5 Olympics, but continued his career as a bricklayer.
So goes the reputation of having good hands.
Sweden leading Switzerland 1-0 in the early going in that game. The Swedes added 4 players today. In comes Ken-Andre Olem. Drops that back to Lilleberg. This puck picked up by Elsianen, is also in the Finnish lineup for the first time this evening. Expanded rosters at this year's World Championship, right. 25 skaters, 3 goaltenders. Normally it's 22 skaters, 3 goaltenders. So
a lot of bodies kicking around, teams not activating them until they know for sure no NHL players will be coming over, and time's running out for that to happen.
Germany and Canada both have 5 open roster spots. Russia is expected to add 2 skaters, although Ilya Samsonov, the goaltender, was announced as being added, but he's not coming now. He's being held back by Washington due to an injury. Olden flips that wide. But once you've named your 25 skaters and 2 goaltenders, with the exception of the goaltender in an emergency situation, they can't be replaced. Jornanen drops that back. That was almost poked away by Olden, who would have been off to the races. And Lesson with it. Slides that back across to Christian Kassestuhl. Kassestuhl feeds it back to Mathisola, and a hard shot by Haga. And Michael Haga is stopped by Olkanora. 1-0 Norway lead, 7:03 to go in this first period.
The 2021 IIHF Local statistics. Team statistics. And live updates. Available on in multiple languages. The 2021 IIHF app. Advice go to download it now from the App Store and Google Play.
Day 5 of the 2021 World Hockey Championship. Norway leading Finland 1-0. The Finns have 3 goals scored in their first 2 games. They lost 2-1 to Kazakhstan in a shootout. Not the first time we've seen Finland struggle in the preliminary round of the tournament.
They have seemed to master hitting your peak at the right moment. If you can get to the quarterfinals, you're talking 3 games in 4 days, gold medal. No matter what happens beforehand, the Finns don't mind if they finish 3rd or 4th.
Now they lost to the United States in overtime in 2019, then lost their last preliminary round game to Germany badly, and then reel off 3 straight wins against 3 tough opponents.
3 best teams in the tournament, other than Finland.
Came back in the 3rd period to tie Sweden, won that game in overtime, beat Russia 1-0, and then defeated Canada 3-1, coming back in that one. Inola works in. At the point, Kaski. In for Inola. Inola spins back. Throws that back at the point to Kaski, winds and shoots. He powdered that wide. Kaski loves to shoot the puck. Ultima's got it. Back to Kaski, has a look. And a wrist shot, that deflected. Save made by Arntzen. Still losing the sign of the goal for Inola. Back to Kaski. 3 tries for $1. Here's Ultima with it. Back in for Contiola. Kaski, Ultima works it and shoots, scores! Ati Ultima with a point shot, has his 2nd of the tournament. And it's a tie game.
What was the difference there for Finland? Finally some movement in the offensive zone. It started with Ultima and Kaski switching sides, catching Christensen sleeping. That gave the first shot, and then it was scramble time after that. Contiola found himself out between the blue line, and then all this traffic and the structure of the Norwegian defense breaks down with that movement, and Ultima just finds a way to sift it through. Little shot fake, step, go. Arntzen can't find it through Pakarinen's screen. It's a pretty pedestrian period so far for Finland. They will feel fortunate to be tied 1-1.
Ultima playing in his 6th World Championship, was a gold medalist in 2019, also played in the Olympics. He spent this year playing for Yaroslavl in the KHL, his 2nd year in that league. This fall will mark the 10th anniversary of the Yaroslavl plane crash. Took so many great players. Coach Brad McCrimmon. Sepala long shot, that's deflected away. Sepala's shot blocked by Vasily Olsen, and that's got him staggered as Sepala picks up the loose puck, feeds it ahead. Puustinen has it picked off by Emilio Pettersson. Played for Stockton in the American Hockey League this year, the Calgary AHL affiliate. He shoots, and Olkanora makes the stop. It's a 1-1 tie here in Riga in the first period. .451 to go in the opening period. Finland and Norway tied at 1. Earlier today, the United States beat Kazakhstan 3-0. Moved its record to 2-1 in the tournament.
Settling into their tournament after their opening day loss, or opening game loss.
It's the first regulation loss for Kazakhstan, which opened with 2 shootout wins, including one over Finland.
I wonder if their goalies can possibly keep it up the way they played for the first few games.
Analainen feeds that back to Mikko Koivisto, who won a Swedish League title this year with Växjö in the SHL.
Växjö's turned into a powerhouse team in Sweden. We're used to hearing, Djurgårdens and Frölunda and Färjestad.
The last few years, teams that were traditionally doormats in that league, Skellefteå, way up in the north of Sweden, has been a very strong team in this last couple of years. Växjö. Mathis Olam has it taken away. Winding in is Ojamäki. Mika Ojamäki taking off the puck, now feeds it back to Mata. Ole Mata with a shot, save made, rebound, loose in front, but Jonas Arntzen has it for Norway.
Barely found a way to squeeze that one from Ole Mata. Arntzen's gonna have to do a lot of looking through traffic, finding pucks. You see him working his way through, and that one gets underneath his pad, just gets it down in time. Almost overextends his leg. Keeps it out.
Arntzen from Lillehammer, the host city of the 1994 Olympic Winter Games. Koski drops it back. Ultima with a shot. Sprawling in front of that was Martin Roymark to block it up and out of play.
94 would be the Peter Forsberg postage stamp goal.
Yeah.
Beating Canada in the gold medal game.
Disappointing for Norway. They lost to Italy in that tournament. They wound up finishing 7th out of 8 teams.
Always want to put on a good show when you get it home.
Now, Johan Olaf Koss made up for that.
They had some other good moments in that
won 3
couple of
speeds
weeks.
getting gold medals that year. Koski back at the point. Now the centering pass knocked down by Christensen. Banks out ahead for Roymark. In comes Martin Roymark, the 34-year-old. Spins back and shoots that wide. Played the 2006 World Junior Championship in Norway in Vancouver. One of their rare forays in the top division of the World Junior. Ultima across to Koski. Lee's pass was intended for Ruohoma, but he was tied up by Krogdahl. He's looking back to see what was I supposed to do. In the meantime, on the Norwegian bench, Stefan Esplund still being attended to after this collision.
And that's one at that spot of the ice. Those are often called. That one was not. But
you know what's interesting, Mike? We've been talking about the rules the last couple of days. When you think of hitting someone from behind, it's normally into the boards. Mm-hmm. Hitting someone from behind anywhere on the ice is illegal.
Yes. The challenge, Gord, is, and I'm all about player safety, and I don't mind more penalties at all, but players are taught to turn around. So you're going to hit someone or check them. and they instinctively just turn their back to you. So trying to find a balance in safety, and but also allowing people to play defense, and not, if you turn around, all of a sudden I can't touch you. And that's a conversation that all hockey leagues at all levels are having.
When you think about, 25, 30 years ago, was Yager, Alexei Yashin, those guys would just turn their back to you in the corner and
forget it.
you had no chance to get the puck from them.
I'll just stand here a couple feet away from you until you decide to turn back around and I can play again.
Mats Rosselli-Olsen spins back for Norway.
They say 25 years ago, Yags is still doing it over there in Czech Republic.
Yeah, played this year.
I guess if you own the team, play as long as you want.
Not going to get benched.
Go talk to the owner.
Although Yager, who knows? Salonen fires that in. It's punched up and away by Arnson. 1:54 to go here in the first period.
Finland working their way back into this game. Koivisto, they're a better defenseman. Solid. When you play against Finland, you know you have to be physically ready to play. They will challenge you physically all over the ice. You play against some of these guys, you don't know their names, not in the NHL, it does not matter.
In comes Olden, gets a step and shoots. That's gloved by Okanora. Another dash from Sondre Olden.
Olden, it's amazing. 20 games played this year out of Renga in Norway. Just 5 goals, and I watch him play here, and you see how big he is and how well he skates. You think he'd be able to cash more than he did.
Played pro in 6 different countries. He'll make it 7 when he goes to Switzerland next year.
Did spend 1 year in Erie, in the OHL, many years ago.
Off the draw, Lindstrom with a shot, then it's a leg. Olden plays it back in for Tretinez. You got Sun now without a stick for the Finns. The puck loose in front. Manalainen knocks that away. So Sun gets a stick from Manalainen.
So now the key is left and right winger switch. Antia gets the other side, and there you get your stick back. Well done.
Tretinez wins the battle for the puck, centers it. That's knocked away and back to center ice. And the Finns can get reorganized. Lesson. Lead pass to Valkve Olsen. That's knocked back by Oyamaki. Lindell for Oyamaki. Valkve Olsen got a piece of that, and as he did, he put his hand up in the air to indicate the offside.
Didn't get the whistle quick enough. So
Thomas Valkve Olsen, also a linesman.
You can multitask. Emil Lillberg back in the lineup. You mentioned missed last game with a suspension for a illegal check to the head. Boarding penalties can be a 2-minute minor plus a 10-minute misconduct. Checks to the head can be game misconduct. And then they take a look at the infraction and see if it warrants more. Debris getting cleaned up from the broken stick.
Face-off won by Mathis Olom, who has the Norwegian goal. Lilleberg to center. Haga chips out ahead. Fired down by Oyamaki. And Holos back with it. Jonas Holos playing for Linköping this year in the Swedish League, his 2nd year there. Now fired back in by Poka. The big news in Sweden this year was that Jönköping, the legendary HV71 program, got relegated, which is a huge blow to them. Not just their Swedish Hockey League team, but now all their programs. They lose a lot of the TV money you get for being in the Swedish Hockey League, so their youth programs, their women's team, all of it gets squeezed. As time expires here in the first period, Mathis Olom puts the Finns ahead, but Ate Otmo with his 2nd of the tournament ties it up. 1-1 the score, heading for the first intermission.
Not surprising, a tight checking defensive game. A lot of action on the boards, a lot of action in the neutral zone as both teams are sticking to the system, trying to stay patient in a close game.
You're watching the 2021 World Hockey Championship from Riga, Latvia.
with love, with our friends and families, technology that helps us to find joy. All those things that make life, and us human.
For the last 2 years, we had to pause the game that we love. But the love for the game has never died. Ice hockey is ours. Our endless spirit, our passion, our love. Little by little, the IIHF is bringing the game back. It is time to get back on the ice.
Игра состоит из множества моментов. Каждый момент приближает тебя к выигрышу. Ближе и ближе. Движение за движением. Касание за касанием. Момент за моментом. И победа у тебя.
Resultat werd pirmā periodā. Somija 1, Norvēģija 1. Nebija
Statistics. And we are our fans. Upload the wonders of photos in multiple languages. The 2021 IIHF app. Otherwise, go to download it now from the Apple App Store and Google Play. Simply
Hey, hands down, hands down. Got it over here. Relax, boys. Nothing happening. All good? Very good. You're still in Magnitogorsk? Yeah. We'll see you there.
Yeah, beautiful city. good job, everyone. Good job. Hey, good job.
All good, all good, all good. Don't cross that. Don't go there, don't go there. Good, thank you. Ole, next time it's the top of the circles, all right?
You can't be like,
No, if that, but there's a scramble. This is okay.
What? Dicing! It's a shit pass. We gotta make a better pass. Nah. It's not even close to him. It's 100 miles an hour and it's a terrible pass. You guys tired? Last shift maybe got you, eh? Yeah.
There were 9 shots taken in that first period total, 5 by Finland, 4 by Norway. It's a 1-1 tie after 20 minutes.
And at a pace like that, you're wondering which team would prefer it. I think they're both okay. I think they're both okay with not as much going on. Certainly Finland, the better team, would want to generate more. But after a sluggish first 5-6 minutes, Finland did start to play a little bit better towards the tail end of the period.
Lilleberg for Holos. That's chipped ahead and chopped out by Bjornanen. And Emilio Pettersson fires it back down for Norway. Chipped and picked up by Roseli Olsen. Shoots! He whistled that high and wide. Another early giveaway by the Finns.
I'm not starting this 5 next period. That's 2 periods in a row this group of 5 has kicked it around and given up a chance early on.
And the giveaway in the first period cost them a goal. That was by the goaltender, Okanora. Holos back for it. Across to Lilleberg. And to Pettersson. Picked off by Lundell. He's a gold medalist for the Finns in the 2019 World Junior. Was injured, unable to play in 2020. Returned from the tournament this past December and January in Edmonton.
The third member of that, Oyamaki, line with Lundell, and
they've changed the scoring on the first Finnish goal. They give it to Iiro Pakarinen.
Got a piece of it through the screen?
Oh, it didn't look like it.
You got a piece. That's what you say in front. I got a piece. It means you get a goal. With all the replays, it's hard to do that anymore, but...
Video review, not your friend.
No.
Polka has that shot deflect across to Mata. That's blocked in front by Ola Julian Holm, who celebrated his 19th birthday the other day. Played this year for Cleveland in the American League, the Columbus Blue Jackets American League affiliate. Oyamaki. Has it taken away, but Mata drops it back to Lundell.
Watching Anton Lundell close in this game.
Here he comes, 2-on-1 with Oyamaki. Shoot, scores! Just like that.
And what he does so well, beyond streak for 2-on-1s, for goals, is that he takes the proper route in the middle of the ice. We didn't see this when he played on the wing in the first couple games, but several times already you've seen him slash through for a nice tight pass, or in this case stretch it out, pick it clean, recognize the 2-on-1, quick glance, and he's eyeballing short side now. Arntzen catches with his right hand. So for a lefty now, that's over the glove. That's an attractive place to shoot. No butt end of the knob sticking up there to bother anyone, and he beats him.
So Lundell's got his second of the tournament, second in as many games. He scored their only goal against Kazakhstan. Lundell had a really good year in the Finnish league as a 19-year-old, scored 16 goals in 26 games.
And I don't know if he's going to be a center or wing in the NHL, but when I watch him play out here, you see positionally, he's right on point for a center.
Now a steal and a chance in front. Pakarinen had that blocked. Given away by the Norwegians. So Finland leads for the first time in the game. Norway's never beaten Finland at the World Championship. There are 2 ties in there. Inala banks it back across. Pakarinen centers it, and that's knocked away by Haga. Pakarinen back on it for Kontiola. That's knocked away from Petri Kontiola, who returned to the Finnish Elite League this year. Played there for the first time in 14 years. As a 36-year-old, was the MVP and the leading scorer in the league.
Put yourself at home. Wait till you're 40, you start doing that.
Playing in his first World Championship since 2015. He led the tournament in scoring in 2013.
I was there for that tournament in 2013. He must have wired in 6 one-timer goals as a right shot in the power play. He was money from over there.
Played back around, racing to it is Nosiainen. Drops it down to Puustinen. And Christensen with it. Salonen tied up there by Brekka Henriksen. His name goes from one elbow to the other. And now Putin shoots that wide.
Got to opt for a smaller font print on his name plate.
And here is Magnus Brecka Henriksen. Feeds it ahead to Roymark. Martin Roymark shoots from a sharp angle, knocked away from Okanora. Ossianen spins ahead, moves right by Antila and shovels that down in the Norwegian zone. Polos goes back, he got spun around. Antila comes in to help out. Bouncing puck, side of the goal. Antila couldn't reach it, then got dumped in front by Ken-Andre Olam. Roseli Olsen up at the Roymark, who chips that out, and Norway can start a change. Picked up by Lesson, lays that back down to the finish zone. Bouncing puck in the corner. Koivisto. Gonna kick that free. And Antila goes out ahead. Ruotsalainen goes in on Holm. They collide in the corner. Picked up by Pettersson. Back out to center ice. Olli Mata. Up for Anton Lundell. Oyamaki. Down to Lundell. Ruotsalainen. Picks up the puck in the corner, drops it back. That long shot taken by Contiola. Loose in front, Contiola couldn't reach it. Good job by Mata to knock it down and play it right back in. Oyamaki. Tangles with Lesson. Contiola plays it back to Kaski. Over Kaski. Back to Ati Otama. That shot is blocked. Otama back with it, fired. He ripped that high.
I think he's a goal scorer now. Got a couple in the tournament.
That's sent down the ice by Norway. Well, they've taken one away from Otama.
Well, that's right. They took the first one away tonight. It's a nice outlet pass from Ruotsalainen. Beautiful finish. He's locked in on shooting. He takes a quick glance, starts the bike, kicks the leg, and makes no mistake.
Sweden leading Switzerland 3-0 in the second period there.
Bounce back game for Sweden, big time.
Yeah.
Needed it.
Yeah. You know, you start 0-2. It's 7 games in the preliminary round. You need 11, 12 points. It's been 12 points on average the last 5 years to get to the medal round. So it means you got to get 4 regulation wins your last 5 games.
So if you're Canada, who've lost 3 in a row, you got to run the table virtually to get to the quarterfinals.
Sweden still got Russia.
Canada still has Finland on the last day of the round robin.
Salonen drops it back in the high slot. Ossianen in, scores! Kim Ossianen in his first game of this World Championship makes it a 3-1 game.
Listen to the bench react to Ossianen getting a goal.
His first World Championship for the Finns.
And this is his first game, and he's offering a nice little dash of speed on the back end. You've seen him round the net, jump up the play, and if you beat your forward up, then you got free reign to join the rush, the 4th man in a 3-on-3 attack. And Ossianen, that's a great smile right there for your first game.
Ossianen was a gold medalist with the Finns at the 2018 IIHF Under-18 World Championship. And you think about the last decade for Finland. 2 World Championship gold, 3 World Junior gold, and 2 Under-18 gold. In 2016, they came within an eyelash of being the first team to hold the Under-18 World Junior and Senior Men's World Gold medals at the same time. They lost the gold medal game of the World Championship to Canada.
It's amazing. Country of 5 to 6 million?
Yeah, just over 5 million. Jordan plays that around. Antila after it. So Norway scored first in this game. Finland has struck with 3 straight to take a 3-1 lead here in the second period.
Think about how some of their goals have been created, Gord. Little motion on the offensive end by Otama. Ossianen jumping up in the rush. Got to give him something different to look at.
Now Rosselli Olsen out for Emilio Pettersson. And the speedster Pettersson chips that in, goes after Polka. Mata works it free. Freed up for Ken-Andre Olam, but knocked away by Polka. Lilleberg sends it back in for Norway. Mata lost the handle of Pettersson. Drops that back. Rosselli Olsen with a shot that was blocked by Lundell. And cleared out by Oyamaki. Aga chips it in. Mata plays it back around to Polka. Billy Polka, Islanders' second-round pick in 2012. Played this year in Magnitogorsk in the KHL. These Finnish players, kind of half and half. 10 play in the KHL, 10 play in the Finnish Elite League. The other 6 are scattered in other leagues around Europe and North America. Of course, Jokerit Helsinki is now a KHL team, has been for a decade now.
I think they do pretty well there, just as a good place to play, draw a lot of good Finns, but they've struggled a little bit on the ice in Jokerit.
And at the box office too.
Never helps.
Been a money-losing proposition from the get-go, as that's icing called against the Finns. And had a detrimental effect on the Finnish Elite League as well, taking out a marquee franchise.
Team. Yeah, absolutely. Marquee team, marquee place to play. Now there's other teams in Helsinki as well. As the always stoic Jalonen just looks on. You wouldn't know. Up 3-1, down 1-0. As a player, I would appreciate that. You kind of take on the personality of the coach, and if he's
unflappable,
then we should have composure. We should not feel panicked if something bad is happening, because he's not.
Don't you find it interesting that a coach screams and yells at his players to be composed, and he's the one who's most out of control?
It's not lost on the players when that is happening. The hypocrisy of those moments.
Everyone calm down. Trentanes works in, feeds it across. Olden in, shoots. Okador makes the save. The rebound almost bounced in of Nosianen. And they clean up that mess. Holos holds it for Norway. In the corner for Lindstrom. Back to Olden. He lost it. Now brought up by Ruohoma. Ruohoma threads that pass ahead and just missed Nosianen, who had jumped up.
Feeling the free rein now. He's got his first goal. Jumping up when appropriate.
Salonen plays it back around. Kustanen. And that long shot taken by Koivisto is stopped by Arnson. 3-1, Finland leads here in the second period. Finland has struck for 3 consecutive goals here, 2 in the second period to take a 3-1 lead in this game. Finland a win and an overtime loss coming in, a shootout loss to Kazakhstan. Koivisto back for Antila, shoots, and Christensen blocked that.
And if you're wondering whether teams grab the first goal puck for international goals, they do.
Yep.
I'm going to make sure I get that Nosianen's first puck. The goalie just scored.
They can be stingy with it, though. And a line in back for Koivisto. That's knocked away.
Just imagine when they get the tracking pucks in the NHL back going. $500 puck, you got to grab like it's nothing.
Take it out of some kid's hand when he catches, someone flips it to him in the crowd.
Yeah.
Great.
the offense for Finland in today's game. That was given to Pakarinen. And then a beautiful stretch pass. Sends in Lundell. He makes no mistake for a 2-1 lead. And then one more from the defense. Osianen with his first ever men's national team goal. And he's still bubbling over it.
The 20-year-old, fourth-round pick of LA in 2019. Been playing with the Kalpa organization since the age of 13, Kalpa Kuopio. Team once owned by Sami Kapanen, who is here as a Finnish TV broadcaster. He has since sold a stake in that club.
Looks like he can still play.
It's great. 13-year career in the NHL for Sami Kapanen. Ken-Andre Olom spins back for Norway, throws that towards the goal. It goes off a leg and wide. Fed ahead by Solston. And Ken-Andre Olom on it. Tries to leave it there for Rosselli Olsen. Rosselli Olsen. Flips it ahead to Solston. Crisscrossing with Ken Olom. Spins and shoots. That goes wide. Holm back on it. So many veteran players on this Norwegian team. You ask, where's the next generation? And it's Ole Julian Holm, who's 19. Solid player. They're young drafted players.
Yeah, and even within the team, having some of the young players take a larger role, being on the power play, being leading point getters, not just always looking to the Oloms and Polos and the veteran guys.
Arntzen is 23, the goaltender. In comes Haga with it. Loose puck in front, knocked away neatly by Pukka. And then sent down the ice by Ruotsalainen, and that'll be icing against Finland. Emilio Pettersson is a 21-year-old, is a Calgary 6th-round pick.
One of the guys you might try to look to. That was a heavy shift in the offensive zone by Norway. Just 3-on-3 battle down low. The kind of thing you do in practice for minutes at a time when you're having a really tough day on the ice.
Tretinez wins the face-off back to Lindstrom. Lilleberger's shot hit the leg of Pukka. And Matha banks it back off the glass and out. That's brought in offside at the Finnish blue line. 8:17 to go in the second period. You're watching the 2021 World Hockey Championship. Here across the street, 3-0 Sweden on Switzerland. Shot fired wide by Tretinez. They come into this tournament with 3 goals in 31 games played at the World Championship and struck for 3 against Italy. And you know, you can say, well, it's against Italy, but no one else has got 3 against them. Another hat trick? Anyone else got a hat trick?
Oh, Tretinez?
That's what I mean. Tretinez has the only hat trick against them.
I think at one point, Patrick Thorson has picked up a hat trick in Norwegian history, but nobody else in this tournament. Did Jensen get one on the other side?
Yeah, on the other side, yeah.
Listen, goals are goals. I don't care who you're scoring against, I don't care who you're playing against. You get 2, you get 3. Beer League, Italy, Canada, doesn't matter. They all count. It's all impressive. I love the fact he doubled his career output in one game. It's great.
Iinola on to Pakarinen. These are there for Kontiola.
Sun's got his stick caught through Pakarinen's blade, trying to extricate it.
And finally get that untangled. Rekka Henriksen, a lead pass. Bounced away from Christensen. Iinola tangles in the corner there with Roymark. Koski lifts that high in the air. That's kicked ahead. A good defensive play by Krogdal. Krogdal finds it across, and Kaustasul got turned back. And settling things down is Max Krogdal, 22-year-old. He began the year in the Norwegian League, then finished the year with Coventry, the Coventry Blaze in Great Britain.
There are some famous alumni from that team. Guys from the NHL always pop over and play with random British League teams at times. Wherever you got to go to find the game, especially this year.
Remember, Nick Boynton went over and played at Nottingham in the British League and said the biggest thing he learned there was never live above a bowling alley. that was his takeaway.
Life lessons learned traveling abroad. Open until 2 in the morning on the weekends. Perfect.
Twilight bowling. Krogdal moves ahead for Pettersson. Pettersson drops it off to Rosselli Olsen. The return pass just missed Pettersson. And Salonen back with it. Holos back with it. Jonas Holos. Up for Haga. Haga works it and shoots. He fired that wide. Lilleberg back at the point. Has to retreat with Antila bearing in on him. Lilleberg, the 20-year-old, hustles back. And a hard shot taken by Koivisto is gloved by Arnson. You're watching the 2021 World Hockey Championship from Riga, Latvia. Shots are 12-7 in favor of Finland, 7-3 here in the second period. A 3-1 lead as Finland tries to improve its record to 2-0-1. That would get them to 7 points after today.
It's getting to that point in the tournament where you start, in the minor hockey tournament, you went to the board, in the lobby, try to figure out how many points you need.
And there were 39 teams on it, and all the scores are written on paper. And
now it's on an app somewhere, but same. Start running if they beat them and then we beat them, and what's our goal differential? That's what it's going to come down to over the next few days.
I go with it. Up ahead for Mathisola. His next point will make him the all-time leading point getter for Norway at the World Championship, currently tied with Patrick Thoresen. Petter Thoresen, his dad, the coach here, is a very accomplished Norwegian player, played in 5 Olympics. His last coming in Lillehammer in 1994. His first at Lake Placid Most famous Olympics.
Oh.
What a thrill that has to be.
I mean, like, you know, I've done played a lot of places, whatever, but I played for Canada World Championships, but the Olympics are just another animal. I have a chance to do that at home.
Lundell shoots, and the save made by Arntzen. Back at the point is Poka to Ruotsalainen. Shot goes off a leg and wide and picked up by Tretinez. Olli Mata. Up for Oyamaki. Drops it off to Lundell. Feeds it back to Ruotsalainen. A shot that deflects wide. And Oyamaki shoots, and Arntzen got a piece of that to knock it wide. Ruotsalainen has that taken away, and hustling back is Ottama. Matti Ottama, the 33-year-old, playing in his 6th World Championship for the Finns. Koski sends that rink wide. Holos back on it. Jonas Holos trying to dig that free for Norway. Falls, and now Pakarinen drops that back to Ottama. Shoots. That was blocked in front by Lilleberg. Koski centers it, bounces back. Pakarinen the shot. He ripped that high and wide.
Giving the glass a workout today, Pakarinen.
Koski for Inala. Inala snakes through the offensive zone. Pivots back and banks it down to Contiola. Inala winds through again. And shoots. That ramps off the stick of Lilleberg, and his tour of the offensive zone comes to an end.
All that work and nothing for it. Norway packs it back in, and some chances for Finland, some more in the offensive end. And Oyamaki fit in pretty nicely, playing his first game of the tournament. Some good plays, been around the puck in the offensive zone. Arntzen fights that off. A lot of stuff dribbling through Arntzen in this game. It's his first start of the tournament.
Salonen shot kicked out by Arntzen. Sepala back to Salonen, shoots, and that's blocked by Ken Olam. And the puck goes up and out.
Good block play. Olam on Salonen. A little hesitation when he received that puck. Do I shoot it? Do I pass it? That's what separates the best goal scorers, how quickly they can release it. Boston Matthews catch and release. Maybe the best there is at it.
Sianen shot, that deflects up and out.
With how adept players are at blocking shots now, half the battle is getting it past the shot blocker, not the goaltender. The best guys do it more often than the not best guys.
It's an art.
It's a skill. It's an absolute skill, and it's one that separates really good goal scorers from average goal scorers.
Or non-goal scorers.
Or wherever you are on the spectrum, from the best to the worst.
Now Sianen. Lost the handle. Pettersson's got it back along with Holm. Lead pass for Roseli Olsen. That's chipped back down to the finish zone. Now Sianen. Around for Salonen. Sepala got turned around there. Pettersson picks up the loose puck and throws it back into the finish zone. Ken Olam after it. He and Sepala collide. Now Sianen tries to dig that free. Sianen takes the return pass from Ruohoma. Long pass by Salonen, finds Ruohoma. Goes behind the back, moves in, throws that right through the crease. A nifty move there by Mikael Ruohoma.
He slipped past him, was there to cut across the front of the net. He went to shoot it instead of going for the hard drive to the far post. Watching the Pasternak highlight from the other night.
Yeah.
When he scored a beauty. But do you see where he ended up? On the far post. And set this play up. You hold it back as though you're going to take a wrist shot. Defenseman leads with his stick, slide it through, and now he's lost body position. But could you stick your leg out and then try to cut hard across to finish it off? That's the last little piece.
Those of us old enough to remember would talk about Glenn Anderson of the Edmonton Oilers.
Right.
Making a living doing that back when the nets were welded in.
Just without putting it through his feet first.
Yeah.
Just skate wide and drive like a madman to the far post.
Bjornanen moves in. That shot was blocked by Kirkstall. Balk by Olsen. Rink wide pass for Roymark. Final minute of the second period. Now Roymark banks it around to Mathis Olam. Thumped there by Sun. Puck loose to the side of the goal, and Okanoura hangs on to that. It has not been a busy period for UC Okanoura. Just 3 shots on goal for Norway. How about Denmark had 4 shots
in a game?
In a game.
Denmark's played pretty well for the first couple of games. You will see some pretty lopsided shot counts. It goes back to the big ice when teams just sit back and defend so much in their own end, and they'll go through long stretches, 60 seconds at a time, just giving up offensive zone possession and not worrying about really checking until you try to score on us down around the front of the net. There's a conversation going on at the Finnish bench. Martin Frano from the Czech Republic, number 11, one of the referees. This is as upset as he gets.
That's a Jukka Jalonen freak out.
There's a meltdown going on down there.
But of course,
not so worried about it.
Must have got in Norway's favor, whatever it was. We went from thumbs down to thumbs up.
You have to stay on the bench during intermission. You get to go to the locker room.
That shot deflected just wide. That likely had something to do with last change. Holden back for it. 30 seconds to go in the second period. Lilleberg chips it ahead for Lindgren. That pass missed. Polos is back. Oyamaki steps into him. Now Lindstrom got it knocked away by Mata. Lilleberg. Up ahead for Tretinez to Olden. And that's poked away by Oyamaki. Picked up by Ruotsalainen. Shoots. And Arnson makes the save, but time expires here in the second period, and Finland goes to the dressing room with a 3-1 lead.
A couple rare rush chances that were converted. Lucianen gets his first ever international goal. Lundell scores a beauty, and Finland finds themselves in control after 2.
You're watching the 2021 World Hockey Championship from Riga, Latvia. Our second intermission is coming up.
Team Finland 3, Team Norway 1. Shots on goal in the second period. Team Norway 3, Team Finland 10.
For the last 2 years, we had to pause the game that we love. But the love for the game has never died. Ice hockey is ours. Our endless spirit, our passion, our love. Little by little, the IIHF is bringing the game back. It is time to get back on the ice.
Игра состоит из множества моментов. Каждый момент приближает тебя к выигрышу. Ближе и ближе. Движение за движением. Касание за касанием. Момент за моментом. И победа у тебя.
Resultat pēc otrās trešdaļas. Somija 3, Norvēģija 1. Medīri labākie otrajā trešdaļā. Norvēģija 3.
The 2021 IIHF app. Everybody's good at it. Download it now from the Apple Store and Google Play. Simply
I got it, new one. Okay. I saw you. Спасибо.
Let's go! Let's go! Hey, if I have to tell you to get on the ice again, you're getting a penalty. Let's go! Huh? You think? I'm looking from way over here. I thought it was okay. You think? I'll trust you. You say it, I believe you. You're the one getting hit, eh?
Hey, coach, please. Can I have a second, please? I'm politely asking you. I'm doing nothing. I don't care about the guys who are on the ice, but when you go off the bench, make sure you have the jerseys. That's it. Okay. Okay. Hey, I'm just trying. Just try. Okay. We were asking them to make sure they have a jersey tied up because all the time. Thank you very much.
Finland up 3-1 after 40 minutes of play as we get set for the start of the third period. Tomorrow, Kazakhstan plays Germany in the early game here. Germany trying to run its record of 4-0. Canada takes Norway in the night game. So Norway in the second half of a back-to-back in a game that Canada simply has to have.
I won't run the numbers, but I'm going to call that one a must-win. They get the advantage of a day's rest, tired opponent. Another game that they should be able to win and see if they can get on the board like it looks like Sweden is going to today.
In comes Holos now for Norway, which opened the scoring in this game early in the first period, a minute and a half in. Goal by Mathis Olam. Roseli Olsen heels back in the corner, walks right out and shoots, and the save is made by Okanora, who is terrific in Finland's opener against the United States.
The only one that's got by him today was his own mess. Early on in the game, he turned it over right in front. Mathis Olam tucked it past him just a minute and a half into the game. Other than that, Okanora hasn't had much to do, but he's made all the saves he's supposed to. It looks like he will be the #1 guy as they get deeper into the tournament.
30-year-old. Backup is Harry Satari, the former Florida Panther goaltender. Pass for Olden, bounces back at the point for Lesson. And his shot was blocked by Oyamaki. Ville Poka sends that down to the Norwegian zone. Holm after it. That's turned over to Ruotsalainen. I mentioned not related to Reijo Ruotsalainen, who is a terrific NHL player.
He just likes to play a quarter season.
The 2-on-1 now for Norway. Tretinez back across. Lindstrom shoots, scores! What a pass and a big league shot by Tobias Lindstrom, and Norway's back within one.
No chance for Okinora on that one. Perfect feed from Tretinez. So Lindstrom, who's piling up some points in this tournament, although he gets his first goal. Bad pinch here by Kaski. He gets caught up ice, and as Mata is coming over, he elects to pivot and challenge. Nice little touch there by Tretinez right out of there, but watch Mata's feet open wide up. Able to get it flat and crisp, and he just has to find some empty net, gets it underneath the glove. A little fortunate there, but he'll take it, and Norway's right back into the game.
Lindstrom led Norway in scoring at the 2019 World Championship. This year, played just 24 games for Vålerenga, the Norwegian league, scored 14 goals. We mentioned their season was suspended again in December. Second straight year they didn't finish the year.
Well, they got off to a good start in the first period. Nice play by Tretinez there to pick it out of the air. Now, Mata can either slide or play the middle, but when you pivot, you open up a lot of gaps for the puck to get through. And Tretinez picks through the legs. Mata had to do it over again. Maybe just sprawl out or play it straight up, because that's not a difficult pass to make. Tretinez puts it right on the tape and in the back of the net. And lets him catch, release, and that, I don't want to say that's lucky, but hey, right into the camera. That's what they're cleaning up right now, is the glass pieces that broke off the camera. Now you think that would be plastic, not glass, but the guys at the bench will be telling Lindstrom, when you shoot it that hard, there is no surface on the earth that can withstand that impact. That's what I'd say.
Really? Always pumping up your teammates, huh?
Yeah. When you have a muffin, you can, you can do that kind of thing.
You know, your shot was better than you let off.
Oh, it was not.
I'm trying to throw you a bone here. You won't take it.
No. It was dewy soft.
So they are cleaning up. Man, he really blew that thing up.
He's got pieces all over the place. They're all over the entire defensive zone of Finland. They got the back wall. They got up to the top of the hash marks. And a minute 13 in, Norway has closed it within one. Still just 9 shots for the game, but 2 goals for Norway.
So down 1, lots of time to go here. There hasn't been a power play in the hockey game.
I mean, it hasn't been particularly physical, so there's that. At some point, someone has to hook somebody.
Heinola centers it, quick chance for Pekarinen. 3 whacks at it. The puck is still loose. It's under Pekarinen.
So the tackle from Krogdahl is not a penalty.
They legalized that apparently.
Stick in the face there.
Contiola plays it back. One's tempted to make a joke about what's been happening in the NHL, but I'll refrain from that. Mathis Olam with it. The officiating here is tight, but quite consistent. Players adjust to it.
It feels like it's much better than it was 20 years ago. Just the standard, everyone understands it.
Salonen works in, shoots. That's kicked out by Arnson. Hasn't officiating everywhere improved?
Yeah, the quality, the communication, the advent of replay and video work. Everyone understands a little bit more what you can and cannot get away with. Guys get caught when they actually do things wrong. Less to complain about.
They miss calls here like any officials do, but for the most part, you don't have to guess. And a penalty at the end of the third period is same as a penalty in the first minute of the first. Seppala back for it. Kyle Seppala, first time international for the Finns. Odd you wouldn't get a player who played at all in the under 18 or under 20 level for the Finns. A great national program they have of developing young players. National team camps begin at the age of 14 and 15. They have national coaches that work with the goaltenders. Koivisto centers it. Oh, a deflection there by Antila and a good stop by Arnson. Ken-Andre Olam winds in on Koivisto. Pettersson drops that back, played across. Krogdahl shoots. That was blocked by Bjornanen. Hannes Bjornanen is a 25-year-old. An important center for this team. Takes a lot of defensive zone draws, kills penalties. That's fired wide. Bounces right back in front. As Kasastul got that away, and now Antila at the end of a long shift. Needs a ladder to get off the ice.
Kasastul's got this boards figured out. That was a nice angle bump right back out in front.
Sondre Olden puts it back in. Ruotsalainen waiting for it, and the Finns have been on their heels here since Norway got the goal to get back within one. Holos to Tretinez. This line goes back to work. Lindstrom, who has the second goal, slides that back. Lilleberg for Olden. Has a moment, feeds it back to Holos, to Olden. Olden shoots, it goes off the foot of Lundell.
Don't pass up shots off the rush. There was a couple chances for looks from the slot, from the side from Norway. If you give Finland a chance to get all set up, they're going to be hard to break down. Take what you can get when you can get it.
Contiola. He's got a skate on it. No kidding, no whistle.
Problem is, if you put your skate on it, then you start hacking at your foot with the other person's skates to try to knock it loose.
Heinola. Contiola centers it. Pekarinen leaves it there for Heinola. Drops it back. Koski, a hard shot. That's kicked out by Arnson. Ottama takes the feed from Contiola off the end boards. And Lindstrom, tired, plays it across to Tretinez. And Norway needs a change here. And Holos will just hold the puck and allow that to happen. 5.5 gone here in the third period. Finland leading Norway 3-2. It's been mostly very close games, not just on this side of the draw, but throughout the tournament. Only been a couple of runaways so far, and even those were pretty tame. He says as Sweden takes a 5-0 lead on Switzerland.
Oh, that wasn't expected.
As that puck goes into the Norwegian bench, but Norway's climbed back within one. It's a 3-2 game with 13:58 to go in the third period. 5 of the 2021 World Hockey Championship. We welcome you wherever you're tuning in. Seppala with it. This ice surface, they went across the street getting a workout, but it has not been that warm out, which has helped. And there's no fans in the building, which allows you to control the temperature better.
Not a lot of traffic doors opening and shutting controls the humidity. And the first weekend games, Saturday, Sunday, we were 3 games apiece and 2 games every other day this week. And generally speaking, sitting up here watching the play, it's held up quite well for the amount of...
There are even morning skates being held. There's a Finns at a morning skate before a 4 o'clock game.
That is unacceptable. That is no good.
Can Andre Olam try to swing that back in front? I can tell you this. My longtime partners, Ray Ferraro and Mike Johnson, would both hold sit-down strikes over that one.
Yeah. I didn't even know my first game when I took the optional. Just oblivious.
What?
No, my first few games. I went to college. We never had skates. We had class. So why would I skate in the morning? I didn't know.
That must have gone over well.
Oh, so well. Guys would come in, I'd be in the hot stove lounge having my pregame meal. They'd be coming off the ice. I'd be halfway through my second course controlling the clicker. It was, yeah. There's the first penalty of the game.
Antala was taken down by Christensen. And
can always count on Tommy.
He's going to follow the law more than a few times over the years.
And if you got Antala with a high stick, you know you've earned your penalty. As Marco Antala is 6'8". Oh my goodness, absolutely. Right across the side of the cheek. And Finland will go to their first power play, the first power play of the game. One of the few teams that have not scored a power play goal in this tournament yet.
Only the 3rd power play in 3 games.
Speaks to how they play offensively though. Won't challenge you.
Sun to Lundell, swings that back across for Inala. Bakarina will be the net front player. Slides that back to Contiola and heads right to the front of the net. Contiola for Sun. Contiola snaps that backdoor pass, they score! Jari Inala, a power play goal, 20 seconds into the man advantage, and Finland's back up by 2.
Really nice play by Finland to get their first power play goal of the tournament. Inala on the receiving end of a good pass. Nice one-timer, takes a short side, but this is an interesting formation. This is like a 1-2-2, not a 1-3-1, where Contiola is so low, and he has Lundell in the slot, and he has Inala on the back door, and he's making you choose which one you want to protect, and Norway gives up that seam. Inala moves, drops to a knee, makes sure to get all of it, squeaks it past Arntzen. But that is a different little look of a formation that we don't see very often, a 1-2-2. Well done.
Inala, his first World Championship for Finland, has his first goal, first point. Played the 2018 World Junior Championship in Buffalo for Finland. Currently plays at Hämeenlinna, a couple-hour drive north of Helsinki. HPK, a historic franchise in that league. It's a line and shoots, and that appeared to hit Arntzen in a mask.
That used to be a mandatory penalty, which drove all North American players bonkers.
Mandatory stoppage, you mean?
A mandatory, not penalty, stoppage.
Yeah.
But now the referee checks on the goaltender. You okay? Yeah. Straps on, play on. Much to the relief of those who don't like that rule.
It's by Polka. To pick it up is Olkanora.
Just keep it simple. After his giveaway in the first caused the goal.
I don't know if you want to blame Tommy Christensen for that. I mean, it's kind of a inadvertent high stick, but man, what a costly penalty for Norway.
Well, I mean, it's not on purpose, but it's careless. You're flying around trying to hit someone, you lose control of your stick, you clip him hard in the side of the head.
Contiola swings that back across. Inala swings it back to Kaski, a little backdoor pass, and Pakarinen tipped that wide. Kaski. Inala. Centering pass, kick back in front. That's gloved ahead by Lundell, or Lesson rather. And here's Lesson back with it. Up for Mathis Olam. Norway changing. Olam buys some time, swings it across. Hung with a quick shot. Rebound at the other side. Volkvi Olsen chipped that right on goal. And Okanora had to be careful with that. And that pass across goes over the glass and out of play.
And see the rotation as Lundell comes streaking over to offer an option right around the strong side face-off dot. And that draws in Rebecca Henriksen, which leaves the seam wide open. And unfortunately for Tommy Christensen, his penalty killers could not bail him out. Finland restores the 2-goal lead.
Holos back across to Lilleberg, who fires that in. Roymark on it now. Martin Roymark. Move back around. Holos racing to it. At the line. Rebecca Henriksen couldn't hold it, and Lilleberg back with it. Shoots that down Okanora, and there's no rebound as Christensen was looking for it. He's back jousting. This time with Seppala.
Not a lot of this. Each game has its own little personality. We've seen some games with Norway, certainly many games with Finland that get chippy, scrums after whistles, but not this one. Is Marco Antilla happy to take one for the team. High stick draws the penalty. They get the goal. Put themselves 2 ahead as we see another official untucking a jersey from Emilio Pettersson.
Clothing police.
Not allowed to have it tucked in your pants. Wayne Gretzky, we don't care who you are. Take that thing out from your pants. Elbow pads gotta be pulled, supposed to be pulled down over the elbow pads as well.
They used to also enforce the zips on the legs of the pants.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Ovechkin likes to flare his pants up, not do it up.
A little breathing room along the thigh.
And the long lace that Ovechkin uses on his.
Well, we know they enforce the chin strap.
You know they do.
At first hand.
Pettersson walks out for Sun, bouncing puck in front. Well, you always wore yours loose, so you were low-hanging fruit for that one.
The problem was I was warned and tightened it to a point where I thought it was choking me, and it was still too loose.
9:42 to go in the third period. 4-2, Finland leads. Past the midway point of the third period. Finland a 4-2 lead on Norway. Norway comes in at 1-1 after an opening game loss to Germany. Tretinez shoots, and he had a hat trick in the Norwegian win over Italy in the second game. Now Krogdal tees it up and shoots. That was blocked by Ruotsalainen. Second try, that goes wide from Krogdal. Rebound up the other side. 2 good whacks at it. And Olden turned away. Lindstrom has the second Norwegian goal. Waits for help to arrive off the bench. Drops it off, and a long shot taken. There's Olden digging for it. Okanara finally has it. Great chance in front for Sondre Olden.
That both hurt and is frustrating. That initial shot caught Olden on the way in. I mentioned 6'4", 200 pounds, big body in front. He parks himself there, goes to work with Polka. Pretty good battle. He's taller than Okanora. Yeah, I see that one. Good thing those pants were zipped up, Gord.
Oh yeah, the clothing police of the IIHF events were quite, I mean, I think they've loosened up a little bit. They weren't prepared for the pants that had the zip inside the thigh, right? It allowed you to sort of adjust the...
Right. Plus it allows you to put your pants on after your skates if you so choose. A little easier.
But some guys left them open. It's very untidy looking.
It is. It is. Well, that was Ovi's game. He had all kinds of stuff hanging out. Long laces, waistband laces.
Otama had that shot blocked by Lilleberg. They're also very strict about the positioning of your visor.
Well, if you're going to wear one.
Blocked by Olsen, drops that back to Mathis Olam. And Contiola has it back, slips it back down to the Norwegian zone. The NHL tried that a couple of years ago. Remember a penalty given to Leo Komarov in a preseason game, but that crackdown didn't last long.
No, I mean, if you're grandfathered in, then it shouldn't matter. But if you're not allowed to not wear one, then you should have to wear it properly. What's the point in having it on there if it's not going to protect you from the guy who never wore one?
Didn't wear a visor, did you?
No, I did not. Only when I got cut around my eyes. And then I would take it back off.
So, never mind.
There's only 8 minutes left, Gordon.
I just want to get this straight. So you get cut around the eye.
Yes.
So you put on a visor to
protect the injured eye and stitches.
And then with a heel, you
take it back off so I can get injured around the eye again.
What college did you go to?
I was not a MD.
Sepala long shot, and the save is made by Arnson.
You can see Finland keep pushing forward. The best way to kill off a game, you have to lead in, is to play in the offensive zone.
You know, they won the World Junior in 2014 and 2016, and those were not sit back and play it safe Finnish national junior teams. They were aggressive offensive teams. Of course, you had the likes of Sebastian Aho and Teuvo Teravainen. Patrick Laine.
Puljujärvi was a star.
Puljujärvi, yeah. I mean, these were not teams that were inclined to sit on leads and check into the ground.
When you see the results that Finland gets internationally, Gord, it's hard to argue with the style that they choose to play.
They had medals in 4 straight Olympics with NHL players.
Do not bet against Finland for the bronze.
Ken Olam with it. Plays along the boards, now batted in behind the Finnish zone. O'Connor came out to play it. Ruoholma with it. Swings back. It's actually 3 straight years with a medal, or 3 straight Olympics with a medal. They're the only team that won medals in those 3 straight in 06, 10, and 14.
He wants it. Let everybody in the rink know.
Menelainen in, shoots. That's punched out. Rebound, score! Loose in front is Hannes Bjornanen, and it's 5-2 Finland. You could hear Menelainen calling for the puck up here.
There are times when the beaver tail, which is slapping your stick on the ice to let you want to pass, it's not a good idea. There's times when it is. When you're that wide open, when there's no one going to be drawn to you, then let them know as it's a late reaction. But Menelainen screaming down the ice, banging the stick, demanding the puck, puts it onto the blocker. Arnson can't control the rebound, spits it right back up, and Bjornanen stick on the ice, ready to go, and dumps it into the empty net. But all made by Menelainen and the aggressive calling for the puck, and another first goal with the men's national team for Bjornanen.
So Bjornanen plays for the Pelicans of Lahti. He's the captain there. Inventive names in the Finnish Elite League. The Ilves Tampere, that's the Elves of Tampere. Then TPS Turku.
I always thought they would use the Louisville TPS sticks that were famous 20 years ago.
Of course you thought that. Lindell, Ruotsalainen. And that shot from a sharp angle from Oyamaki turned away. Back at the point is Mata. Ole Mata shoots. That rocket went wide. Poka back with it. Ville Poka. Back down to Watsalainen. Haga spins out for Norway. Up ahead to Mathis Olom. Holm with a shot. That's batted around. Mathis Olom trying to dig for it, and Kontiola's got it back for Finland.
So for all the consternation about the offense and Finland's low-scoring games, they got a 5 spot on the board. And 3 goals off the rush, which is unusual for them.
Ottama. Lead pass to Kontiola. To Inola. A crunch there by Lesund. Ole. That's Ole Julian Holm. Big, rangy defenseman who was a 5th round pick of Columbus in the 2020 draft.
Well, the rare advantage of no fans, you get a little better sense of the soundtrack of what goes on the ice.
Ruohoma feeds that back, and Melsiainen, who has a goal in this game, feeds it ahead to Seppala. Gal Seppala. In the corner, Oyamaki falls. Holden works in. That was blocked by the hulking presence of Antila.
Thought he had a lane. It was closed off.
Trying to get around a tractor trailer. Manalainen drops it back. In comes Koivisto, a shot that's blocked. Holden was trying to get off to the races there. Valkyrie Olsen comes back for the loose puck. Here's Olin with it. Mathis Olin.
There's the long arm of the law getting out there again. Marco Antila just patrolling center ice, going boards aboard with his stick.
Olin across the Krogdal. There's been only 1 power play in the game. It went to Finland.
It was a big one, though.
Yeah.
Well done to get their 4th goal.
Oh, that's a giveaway to Lundell. Waits and shoots. He fired that wide.
He had more time than that delayed turnaround and fire all by himself.
Norway had just closed the gap to 3-2 when that power play goal restored Finland's 2-goal lead. Sweden's beating Switzerland 7-0.
Wow. Well, I mean, 2-1, 7-0. I guess it's all the same, although goal differential can come into play.
Kontiola plays it back across. It is a distant tiebreaker. Koski shoots and almost
somewhere
never
down the
comes
line.
into play.
I knew you were going to say that. I don't know where it ranks on the, the 10 things they use to eventually break the ties, but it's not in the first 3 or 4.
Right above coin toss. It can. I mean, in a 3-way tie,
things get a little more
if
confusing.
everyone has the same record against each other, then you go to goal difference, and then goals for.
And it's also the strength of schedule against the other teams that make the core. There's all kinds of stuff that are going to it.
2 minutes remaining here in the 3rd period. Finland looking to run its record to 2-0-1 in the tournament. Norway in danger of dropping to 1-2.
But in a normal Euros relegation, Norway would have beaten Italy, which
Yep.
is the game they have to win to make sure they stay in the top group.
Which they have done successfully. Their 15th straight year in the top group of this tournament, which did expand to 16. Holm shoots. About 20 years ago. Lead pass, Ruohoma drops it back to Antila, the pass in behind him. Brekke Henriksen drops that back. And then back to pick it up is Jonas Holos. Playing in his 98th World Championship game.
We know what you get for 100 games in the World Championships. You know, you get a silver stick for 1,000 in the NHL. What do you get for firm handshake?
Firm handshake.
Slap in the back.
Hearty congratulations.
Hopefully Norway will do something special for him.
Jan Olam. Back across to Pedersen. That's
Breakaway.
picked off. Koivisto finds Lundell. The pass was in behind him a bit. Time winds down here in the third period. At the point, Mata's shot is blocked by Holos. Sent back in front, Lundell. Elected not to shoot there. Back for Mata, the puck back to center ice. And Finland will bounce back from its shootout loss to Kazakhstan and improve its record to 2-0-1 in the championship. Norway falls to 1-2. Norway will play Canada tomorrow night. The Finns will play Italy on Thursday.
Finland was hoping to get their offense going a little bit. And slow developing, but a patient, disciplined game. Exactly what we'd expect to see out of Finland. Not a ton of chances either way, not a ton of shots. Olkinuora was pretty good other than the messes he made for himself to start the game. And Finland does what they have to do, pick up the full 3 points, keep on moving forward.
Team Finland 5, Team Norway 2. Shots on goal in the third period. Team Norway 8, Team Finland 11.
It's good to see a couple members of the Finnish team score their first ever men's international goal.
Yep.
You're running
A
in.
couple of new guys every year. Time now for the player of the game presentations and then the Finnish national anthem.
Ladies and gentlemen, the best players of each team will be awarded with the official watch by Tissot, official timekeeper of the 2021 IIHF Ice Hockey World Championship.
Labākais spēlētājs Norvēģijas izlasē.
Best player of Team Norway.
Numur 6.
Number 6, Jonas Hulos.
Captain who battles hard every game. Mentioned coming up on 100 career World Championship games. Probably got a few Tissos kicking around the house.
Labākais spēlētājs Somijas izlasē.
Best player of Team Finland.
21. numurs.
Number 21, Jere Ilala.
Big power play goal to make it 4-2.
Good little skater. Offers a lot of pace to the play, and an important goal in this game. Kind of put it out of reach for Norway as they were pushing in the third period.
Dāmas un kungi, lūdzam uzmanību Somijas valsts himnai.
Oh,
Ladies
coach is
and
smiling.
gentlemen, please rise for the national anthem of Finland.
He's mellowing.
Gada pasaules hokeja čempionāta nākamā spēle notiks rītdien arēnā Rīga pulksten 16:15 tiekoties Kazahstānas un Vācijas valsts vienībā.
The 2021 IIHF Ice Hockey World Championship will continue tomorrow in Arena Riga at 4:15 p.m. with the game Team Kazakhstan against Team Germany. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your attendance. See you tomorrow.
Norway had a hot start in this game, Mathis Olum scoring off the hop. How did you reset as a team tonight?
We only trusted our own game and tried to play better and better the whole game and score some goals, and I think it was a good game after that first goal to Norway today.
Answer in your own language, please. A big power play goal in the third there really put it out of reach for your team. What did you think you did well this evening?
No mun mielestä me tänään pelattiin aika hyvin, että se alku oli vähän huono, mutta sitten pystyttiin koko ajan parantaa ja saatiin tarvittavat maalit ja tarvittava voitto.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Norway stormed out of the gate tonight. Your opening goal less than 2 minutes in, but Finland ultimately stormed back. What did you find most challenging about the defending medalists?
Well, I think they turned it up real good in the second period. I think they had 4 lines who was really calm with the puck and a good system. So it was tough to create anything for us too.
Now answer in your own language, please. With your opening goal, you tied Norway's national team record for most points at a tournament with 66. How does it feel to tie a record like that?
I don't know. I didn't really think about it, to be honest. But of course, it's something I'm proud of. Too bad we couldn't get the win, but new game tomorrow. Oh, sorry, I should say it in Norwegian.
You can answer in both, please.
New game tomorrow, so we'll maybe get a win then.
And in Norwegian, how does it feel?
Jeg tenkte ikke så mye på det der og da, men så klart det er noe jeg er stolt av. Og har vært heldig å få vært med så lenge. Og dessverre vant vi ikke, men ny match i morgen og nye muligheter.
Thank you.
Thank you.
For the last 2 years, we have to pause the game that we love. But the love for the game has never died. Ice hockey is ours. Our own spirit, our passion, our love. Little by little, the IIHF is bringing the game